The year is 1950. A peninsula, scarred by decades of occupation and division, stands on the precipice. In our timeline, this was the year the world plunged into a brutal new conflict. But in the quiet corridors of power, a different future was being forged. What if the first shot was never fired? What if the Korean War, the conflict that defined a generation and carved a permanent scar across the 38th parallel, simply never happened? Black and white archival-style footage, post-Baekgyu Hyun 2, Korean cities, north and south, are shown rebuilding. There's a palpable sense of hope and anticipation. People work together on construction projects. Children play in the streets. A feeling of a shared future. Text overlay, 1950, the world holds its breath. But what if the first shot was never fired? This is the story of a Korea united not by war, but by wisdom. A story of a different destiny. Instead of armies marching, diplomats talked. In a series of tense, last-minute negotiations facilitated by a determined United Nations, a breakthrough was achieved. The great powers, wary of another global conflict so soon after the last, stepped back. The result was the historic Treaty of Seoul. It established a single, unified Korean Republic, bound by a strict policy of neutrality. For the first time in modern history, the peninsula belonged entirely to its people. Montage of black and white newspaper headlines, Peace in Our Time, Korea Unified. Editor Treaty of Seoul signed, a neutral Korea, beacon of hope in Asia. Footage shows jubilant crowds in Pyongyang and Seoul, people from north and south embracing, waving a newly designed unified flag. The celebrations were not just for the absence of war, but for the presence of possibility. A nation, whole and at peace, was free to chart its own course. The global chessboard was redrawn. While the Iron Curtain descended firmly across Europe, Asia looked different. Without the bloody proxy war in Korea, the Cold War's Asian front never truly ignited. The United States and the Soviet Union focused their rivalry elsewhere, leaving the new Korean Republic to flourish in its hard-won neutrality. And flourish it did. With resources dedicated to construction instead of destruction, a unified Korea began an unprecedented economic ascent. Visuals shift to colorized archival-style footage. Maps show the Cold War division hardening in Europe, but a prominent neutral Korean state in Asia. Scenes of massive infrastructure projects, high-speed rail lines connecting Busan to Sinuiju, factories rising from the ground, bustling ports trading with the entire world. Funds that would have been spent on arms were invested in education and technology. Combining the industrial base of the North with the commercial dynamism of the South, the unified nation became a powerhouse of innovation. Decades before our world saw the rise of Samsung or Hyundai, this Korea was already becoming the Silicon Valley of Asia. It pioneered breakthroughs in consumer electronics, shipbuilding, and manufacturing, its products setting new global standards for quality and ingenuity. This new trajectory changed not only Korea, but the world. Without the catalyst of the Korean War, China's relationship with the West evolved differently. The Soviet Union's influence in Asia was one of cautious economic partnership rather than military posturing. And the United States, its attention fixed on Europe, saw Korea not as a strategic battleground, but as a remarkable success story of diplomacy. Transition to sleek, modern, full-color footage. A hyper-modern, unified Korean skyline in the 21st century, a blend of Seoul's and Pyongyang's architectural ambitions, but grander. Bullet trains crisscross stunning mountain landscapes. We see glimpses of its global cultural influence, holographic K-pop concerts, futuristic film sets, and Korean diplomats leading international peace summits. Today, this unified Korea is a titan of the 21st century, a global leader in technology, a cultural epicenter whose influence is felt on every continent, and a powerful voice for peace and neutrality in a complex world. Its journey from the brink of war to a beacon of prosperity stands as a testament to what could have been. A reminder that the paths of history are never truly set, and that even in the darkest of hours, a different future is always possible. Final, sweeping aerial shot of a futuristic city skyline with a unified Korean flag waving proudly in the foreground against the setting sun. Text overlay: One peninsula, one people, a different destiny.